Hi, it's Miss Pretzel, and I'm going to book talk I'm going to talk about two books, really. They're what I would call read-alikes. They've got a very similar thing, but you may want to choose one over the other. So I recently talked about Tiffany Jackson. This is one of her books, Grown, and like I said, it's based on a famous case. But in listening to an author interview, it's really about how the young girls, 15, 16, 17, 18, feel grown up, and yet they get involved with men who are older than them, even if that means 20, 21. In this case, it's much older than that, that the power of the relationship's really with that older man. So Tiffany Jackson wrote Grown, which deals with that topic. And so when I was reading this book over the last week, this is called Muted. And both of the girls in both of these stories have incredible voices, and they are taken under the wing of this famous rap, hip-hop star, R&B star. And, things happen. They're cut off from family. They don't feel like they're held prisoner, but we would probably say that because they don't have a lot of choice, they think they do. And once again, it comes down to when you are 15, 16, 17, you think you're all grown up and that, and once again, you believe what this person tells you. And that's kind of what happens to both of these girls. It's just one of the things that's different about this book, and once again, sometimes kids are intimidated by the length of books, and this one, these two are about the same length, but this one is much shorter because it is a novel in verse, and even if it says that there is, it's by Tami Charles, but it's a novel in verse, and we have quite a few books this way, and I've had kids who actually request books. I have other kids like myself. When I first read a book like this, it was intimidating, but Kwame Alexander writes his books this way. Jason Reynolds writes many of his books this way. This is becoming very popular to write it, and to me, it's just incredible that they can write such an incredible story and do it in a free verse poem format. So a book like this, if it's 300 pages, it's really less than 150 pages of text, probably closer to 100 pages of text, because there's so much what we call white space here. All right, so it's free verse poetry, so you read it just like you would read normally, okay? And if you would listen to somebody reading it, it would sound just like a normal book, but it's written in that free verse poem format. And I just think that's such, like I said, I'm always impressed with an author who can write a story and you're like, wow, how did they do that? Because you think, I know how hard it is to write a poem, and yet they write a whole book in that format. And so there's a number of authors who do that. And like I said, I've had kids who actually request these books, partly because they're shorter, but also because sometimes kids find them easier to read for one reason or another. So this is Muted, once again by Tami Charles, and like I said, very similar to Tiffany Jackson's Grown, in that it's about girls who are talented singers, and they come under the influence of a famous person who takes them under their wing, but really this other person, this famous person, has the power in the relationship, and then the girls are kind of caught, and it takes them a while to figure out that they are caught or stuck, and they need to find a way out. So really good stories, and they sound, and there's a lot of sad. They may make you cry, but there's hope at the end. So I hope you will check one of these out, and remember, if our books are checked out, we can interlibrary loan books, or I can help you find something similar, because like I said, these two are great read-alikes. All right, so have a fantastic day, and as always, keep on reading.